Hi, everyone. Carol here, and I want to talk to you today just briefly about what I mean by using the term expanded awareness. Now, some people may think of this expanded awareness in the terms of intuition or psychic. If you happen to be studying parapsychology, you might consider it telepathy, ESP. You may call it psi. Some people just call it an instinct or a hunch, just this awareness of that they need to say or do something. If you're particularly religious or spiritual, you may say that it's the voice of God, that you had a calling, or that you just felt inspired by the Holy Spirit to say something. All of these things are actually the same. We're simply defining them using a different type of vocabulary based on our personal experiences and our beliefs. Now, I used to call them psychic, and then when I was studying parapsychology, I used the word psi, and I kept finding that my personal vocabulary, it was changing all of the time, and I got really confused. It was roughly a year ago then when I was doing my normal connection, and I got a message from Spirit that basically said, we want you to start thinking of psychic awareness as simply awareness. And so that's when I began to realize it's not psychic, it's not spiritual, it's all the same. We're just calling it a different thing. So this awareness is all around us. It's about where we need to go, what we need to do. It's about the inspiration that we have. Maybe we need to feel we need to do this or to say this. Maybe we get the hunch that this is not the best thing for us to eat, or that we want to create something, but we don't know how to do it. When we expand our awareness, when we move it into this expanded state, because that's what expansion means, right? It means we move it beyond ourselves. We get stuck in our own awareness, our own personal limitations, and we say, I don't have the answers. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We start thinking about it. We become very illogical. What happens when we expand this awareness is we move it out and we move it beyond ourselves. We are asking the universe, if you will, or God, or whatever it is that you believe in, whatever force is greater than yourself. I call it higher mind sometimes, whatever it is that works for you. When we embrace and we connect with that source, we are expanding our awareness and inviting that aspect to come in and to give us the insights that we need. This is where the answers start to move in and to flow. When we are in the ego mind, we are limited. We get wrapped up in here with our own thoughts, our own hurts, our own traumas. Our logic gets in the way. We start arguing with ourselves. This is the limited mind. This is awareness in the sense that we are examining ourselves. We are self-analyzing ourselves, but we're typically not capable of solving the problem with the same mind that created it. We've heard that. This is something that Einstein told us. This is why we want to embrace expanded awareness. Now, expanded awareness is a process. It's something that we have to do. It requires action steps, right? Now, if you subscribe to the newsletter, I provide some action steps there in a free PDF that I have. But of course, a lot of my videos and some of my blog posts are talking about this. The daily lessons talk about this. What is it that we need to do to move into expanded awareness? And the biggest one, of course, is we have to surrender to that higher power that we identify with. Again, whatever term works for you. So let's say that particular is God or consciousness. And so when we connect with this greater consciousness and we ask it for answers, and then we become open, we stop moving in our own mind and we start allowing information to come forward. We have expanded the awareness beyond ourselves to connect with something outside of ourselves. And that is when the answers come in. That is when the creativity flows. Now, of course, we have to do some other steps in the process of utilizing our expanded awareness. We have to be willing to accept it. We have to be willing to trust it. We have to be willing to understand how it communicates with us. And then we have to be willing to take that advice and apply it. All of these things require some shifting because most of us are not used to embracing this type of expanded awareness or utilizing our intuitive or spiritual connections. We tend to have a lot of questions. We tend to want to trust ourselves rather than this information. It moves in this very strange and illogical way. It sometimes helps us create in this non-linear fashion. It's going to move you over here and then move you over here. It's also going to bring you into what I call like optimizing your well-being. And that's the reason you'll see when you visit my website or any of my materials, it says embracing expanded awareness for optimizing our well-being. The point of optimizing our well-being is to make the best use of our life. If you are interested in making the best use of your life and becoming who you're supposed to become, in doing the things that you need to do, in fulfilling your life's purpose, being creative, happy, healthy, and expressive, that's optimizing. But the only way we can do that is to remove those things that are preventing us from being that optimal person. Now, again, we have to think of this in terms of the limited ego mind. We generally don't know what it is that we need to do or needs to be addressed in order to optimize our well-being. We get caught in our own drama. We get caught in frustrations, trauma, pain, past, anger, whatever they are. Again, we're trapped in that ego mind. This is, again, where God, consciousness, higher mind knows what we need to do. It knows what we need to heal. It knows what we're here to accomplish and what the most important task is for us at this point in time. So when we are optimizing our well-being, it's not this, we do this and then we're here, and then we do this and then we're here. It's this gradual increase, this change that happens over time. And in the beginning, I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of sucks, right? Because we have to get rid of childhood trauma. We have to unlearn patterns that we've learned or been trained or been taught, because these things aren't actually true. So we want to optimize our well-being and unlearn and let go. This involves a great deal of healing and introspection and looking at the past and moving beyond those things. We cannot move into optimal well-being, healing, and fulfilling our purpose if we are not looking at the things that are holding us back. So we will often find that expanded awareness is going to take us into this journey of self-discovery. It can be painful, it can be difficult, and not everyone is willing or wants to do that. That is certainly okay, and it is a choice for you. If, however, you want to move to that next step, and whatever that may be, you can still allow expanded awareness to help you in certain areas. So I just encourage you to start thinking about this expanded awareness and what that means for you. You may define it in any term that you like. Spirit simply asked me to stop giving it these specific terms because each person defines it individually, and to start using it as simply a state of awareness. But it is an awareness that is expanded beyond our current self. When we connect with higher mind, higher consciousness, and that of God, this is what has the answers for us. And it will move us into those higher states to improve our healing and our well-being and help us to become the people that we want to become. So if you're interested in embracing your expanded awareness and optimizing your well-being, then I thank you for allowing me to be a resource. You can subscribe to the newsletter, catch the daily lessons that I receive from Spirit on these topics. You can also watch some of the videos, and that I will continue over time to share more messages, insights, and processes to help you on your journey. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.